rust off of this bar, because what we're going to do is the back of his gear stall where the motor mount is bent, and we're going to straighten that back out and reinforce it. It's right here, this bar goes across, keeps bending. So what we're going to do is that bar that he's cleaning up, that I've already cut the length, we're going to put up underneath here, and we're going to clamp it to straighten this bow out. And then we're going to stitch weld it on both sides in there, and that'll give him a good solid back bumper, and it'll also keep it from bending again. Stay tuned. Now see, Brad is actually a artist with a TIG welder. This is the second time he's ever MIG welded, so we'll see how he's doing on this. Now mind you, I tried MIG welding on this thing and I boogered it up pretty bad, so you know, he can't do any worse than I am, but actually he's got a really good consistent bead going there. So actually that's a beautiful bead.
Yeah, there's a couple little spots.
Yeah, but it's pretty. That's a pretty bead compared to what I did.
The trigger keeps on the stick.
Yeah. It's an old welder. Harbor Freight, 100 bucks. It gets the job done, that's about all it does. It's definitely got a pretty good duty cycle on it. Oh. Go ahead and crack it off. Crack it off on the clamp. See clamp? There you go. Leave it alone.
Oh, it ain't hot up there. Just let one come loose.
Yeah, that's a good looking weld there.
Alright.
I'd go ahead and get that inside tag end on the motor mount.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, I'd tag that and then see if it sticks real good, so we can pull that up, pull that right side or left side up. But if you look at that. We got easily an inch gap between that support bar we built and the original rail. I mean, that's how much that's bent. And it's really slacking his chain out pretty bad. The jack shaft ain't gonna help it. You happy with that? Kinda, sorta?
I got fire.
Good.
Well, I need to hit it again over here.
Okay. Yeah, we had too much extension cord earlier, so I just wouldn't get the heat I need, so. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, that's a nice looking weld there. Good and solid looking.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move the clamp out to the end and see if we can take that bow out. Now see, if you can't weld worth a damn, all you got to be is a good grinder and a good painter, and you'll be all set.
Cleanup is everything.
Yeah, definitely. That's like with your wife. I mean, cleanup's everything. You know, if you can clean up, make it look good, you're all right. But yeah, that back end is straight as a string right now. Go ahead and stitch it on up towards the center.
Yeah, hold on.
Shoot, all you gotta have is good penetration to be a real man, you know? Alright, I'd go about inch and then stitch it again for an inch.
Well, I'm gonna clamp it right here first.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Give it a minute for that to cool,
Oh,
so it don't stretch, and then we'll move it over and clamp it in the center, and then you could go ahead and stitch on out on that to the middle. And once we get it stitched to the middle, then we can move to the other side and start pulling that in too. But
Then I'll come back in.
I mean, that's probably straighter than it's ever been since you've had that cart.
Then I'll come back in, throw a couple tacks just on
Yeah,
the side.
yeah, a couple of 3/4 inch tacks on the inside, and then weld that motor mount plank too, and then we'll clean up the slag and grind the welds down, make them look pretty, and then we'll paint her on up, and you know, you won't be able to tell. And you have a hell of a back bumper on that thing.
Oh,
I gotta look. I might have a piece of tubing we could put on the back for a trailer hitch.
Nice.
Yeah, I gotta look. If we can find that piece of tubing and it'll fit the Reese, then we'll go ahead and weld that on there too.
Oh yeah, put a fucking Reese setup on here.
Oh yeah.
Don't need nothing here. It's just little,
No, something that'll handle about 500-600 pounds, and we'll be all set.
Yeah, I want to. Would never have to pull that much behind it.
Yeah, we definitely.
Cool.
Purdy. Anyway, Brad, happy birthday. That's your welder.
I think I hit her duty cycle.
No, I think you actually ran out of wire.
Now the little
Oh, the over temp light's on?
temp light hit.
Okay.
That's alright, she's done.
Anyway, we got that bent bar straightened out on his cart, and we're fixing to clean that up and throw some high temperature paint on it. And that Chicago Electric welder is his, with the new spool of wire and a half dozen GT 396 whips. That way I don't have to deal with his birthday next month. And we'll see if he forgets my birthday again next year, because he usually forgets my birthday every year. But you know,
I forget my wife's birthday.
yeah. Well, you know how it is. But as long as I take care of my best friend, you know, my little brother, we're all right. But we got her straightened out, we got her cleaned up, and we're fixing to grind her out and repaint it. That way the kids can play.
And I'll clean the ends at some point and plate the ends off.
Yeah, since you have a welder now, you can clean the ends up and plate them up, and they'll be all set. Brad's totally getting his butt kicked by my porta-cable grinder with a cup, with a heavy-duty cup wire brush. Look at that thing. I mean, that thing's throwing his little ass around. They're doing one hell of a job. By the way, he's got safety glasses on, so don't be, you know, hollering about that.
Anything says something about me being in flip-flops.
Don't be talking about your flip-flops. Oh my God, I'm wearing flip-flops too, see? But that thing will strip powder coat and paint and everything else, slag, whatever you want to do, and you're not going to wear that thing out, not too easy. But that porta cable, I've had it about 15 years. That's some nice looking welds.
I just need a grindstone just to knock off a little bit of that.
All right, well, let's find you a grindstone to clean her up a little bit, and then we'll paint her up.
Yep.